The number of educational apps and websites available to us these days is overwhelming. Which ones are the best? Which ones are worth paying for? Can your child really benefit from them? Fortunately, I've done this research for you. This video is part of my Surviving Summer series. It is going to give you a comprehensive list of websites and apps that are perfect for developing a love of reading in your kids or students. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you're notified when new videos are up. All right, let's get to it. Today's video is going to talk about the subscription and cost of these educational apps and websites. It is going to talk about whether the apps and websites are strictly web-based, just an app, or if they are available in both settings. We'll also discuss the pros and cons of each of these websites. Let's dive in. The following list of apps and websites is what I consider to be the best for learning to read. First on the list, STARFALL. Then Teach Your Monster to Read, ABC Mouse, Homer, and Khan Academy Kids. Let's go through each of these so that you know if they are worth your while. First up, STARFALL. This is for grades kindergarten through 3rd. I have only ever used it for kindergarten and 1st grade, but this is what the icon looks like if you're familiar with it. Let's talk subscriptions. First of all, there is a free version of this website that has quite a bit of content available to you, but if you want access to everything, this is the cost. So the 1-year membership for a home is $35 per year. Teacher memberships are $70 per year. The reason that the prices go up for teachers in classrooms and schools is because it is based on the number of students that are able to be on your account at one time. So you'll get access to everything on the app and on the web if you pay for the membership. The pros of STARFALL, from my perspective as a teacher, is that it is great for independent use. It's super easy to navigate. It is very user-friendly. My students never need any help when they are using STARFALL. I can just set them on it and let them go for it. There's lots of freedom for the user, so they can go wherever they wish as long as they have access to it. It is also web and app based, so you can use it on a tablet, on a laptop, whatever is most convenient for you. The cons of STARFALL are you cannot access everything for free. So you don't get all the membership benefits if you're just using the free website or the free app. The second con I see as a parent and a teacher, especially when I am weighing this one against other apps that are out there, is that there's no clear learning path. It is kind of a free-for-all. They can literally go anywhere as many times as they wish. Kids will spend a long time in one area and they will not go explore other things, and there's no way to turn things on or off. There's also no assessments or progress monitoring, and not all of the content is available on the app, as I've said. Let's move on to our next app and website. This next one was introduced to me by my child's teacher, and it is called Teach Your Monster to Read. This is what the little icon will look like if you look it up, Teach Your Monster to Read. I believe it's teachermonster.org is the website. The best part of Teach Your Monster to Read is that it is free to use on the web. There is no subscription necessary. I'm going to be clear that I'm talking about when you're using it on your laptop or on your computer. That is when it's free. Unfortunately, there is a fee when you download the app to use on your smartphone or your tablet or any of your iOS devices. The reason I love Teach Your Monster to Read is because it is a gamified learning program that your child gets to create and design their own monster and take it through this adventure course based on what they know and what they need to learn. Jack, my son, absolutely loves this website. He spends a lot of time on it, and it is very repetitive, and it goes through things that he needs to know at his age and in his grade level. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons of Teach Your Monster to Read. The pros are that when you go online, there is an outline of lessons that's available to teachers and caregivers so that you know kind of what to expect when you put a child on the website. It is very easy to use. It's engaging and fun for kids. It is web and app based, and the web version is free, as I've said. The cons of Teach Your Monster to Read, the first is just that the app version costs $5.99 right now. And some, like I said, may find the games a little bit repetitive. I haven't found too many cons though, because it is very well done, it's very high quality, and like I said, it's super engaging and a very fun way for your children to learn to read. This next one is ABC Mouse. Now this one might just be my favorite. I am not a huge user of ABC Mouse. I've only done the free trial, but it is for ages 2 to 8. This is what it looks like if you haven't heard of it, or if you haven't been prompted to download it like I have a million times being a teacher. You can get your first 30 days free for ABC Mouse, which is actually a very good deal now that I've seen everything that comes with it. Once you've done your free 30 days, it renews for $12.99 per month until you cancel. So let's talk about this one. It has a lot of pros and a lot of cons. So the pros, like I said, are that the first month is free. It's an award-winning program. It also includes content outside of reading. So math, science, art, and colors. Also, what I like about ABC Mouse is that you get to choose the learning path for your child, or you can choose a preset path for your child. There are questions you have to answer about your child and what they're able to do, how old they are, when their birthday is, that kind of thing, so that things are really delegated for your child and meets them exactly where they are. The nice thing about this one is there's a huge variety of activities to choose from. I mean, when I logged in with Riley, there were so many things available to her, and all of the games were very short, which was perfect for her attention span at age 3. I really liked it. It was easy for her to do. I sat with her to do it, but I don't think that I would have needed to do that. The next pro is that you can access ABC Mouse on the web and on an app. So you can do it from a computer or from your smartphone or tablet. The cons of ABC Mouse. So I think the number one con is that this is the more expensive of the apps I've seen. It's $12.99 per month, and there's no free version available like there is for STARFALL and for other websites that I've seen. Also, I have heard that it is difficult to cancel. A lot of customers have complained about this in the past, so that is something to keep in mind if you're planning on paying for something. Other complaints from users is that it doesn't focus on building comprehension skills. It is more learning to read and foundational reading skills. So if you're looking for comprehension, this is probably not the app for you. It's more for those early literacy behaviors that you want your child to possess. Also, I will attest to this. When you click on the virtual classroom, there is a lot going on. There's a lot of color, a lot of graphics. It is very overwhelming, and sometimes it can be difficult to choose the place where you want to start because there is so much going on. So for my daughter Riley, it's a little bit much for her, and she can't really decide where she would like to go, which is why I just started her on that preset path for learning. That seems to tone down the overwhelming feelings that she has. So if you're feeling like the virtual classroom has a lot going on like I do, you don't necessarily have to go to the virtual classroom. There are other ways to access the content on this website and on the app. The next one I'm going to talk about is Homer, which is similar and gets compared to ABC Mouse a lot. This is for ages 2 to 6 plus. This is what it looks like. Homer, kid-powered learning. When you sign up, you are offered a free trial. It says 45 days on the website, but then you're given an email that says 60 days. So just be aware of that. Once your free trial is up, you could either pay annually for $59.99 per year or $9.99 per month. So let's talk about the pros. Like I said, the first 45 days is free, but they also say that 60 days is free once you actually sign up, which I think is pretty cool. It includes content in reading, math, social emotional learning, thinking skills, and creativity, and it's personalized to the age and skill level of your child. This is another one where when you sign up, you're asked a series of questions about what your child is and isn't able to do so that they can put them on the correct path. The cons of using Homer are the cost. So $59.99 per year or $9.99 per month. There is also no free version of this available other than the free trial. That free trial is pretty long though, so I think that is kind of a bonus. This is also mainly focused on reading and building early literacy skills, similar to ABC Mouse, so not really cross-content, even though that is something they advertise. The biggest con with Homer is that it is only app-based. You cannot access it on the computer. So for me, when I'm working on my computer and my kids want to try it, they can't. So they can only do it on my phone or on a tablet. So if that works for you, that's great. But for us, we actually have more laptops than we do tablets and smartphones in our house. So that was kind of a con for me. Let's move forward to one of my favorite apps, Khan Academy Kids. This is what Khan Academy Kids looks like. You get all these cute little characters, and they all have a different specialty within the app, which I think is very cute. This is a nonprofit organization, so it's free to use as an app, and there is no subscription necessary at all. So Khan Academy Kids is also cross-content. There's a lot of ABC learning, reading. There's so many things you can do on this app, math, and you can also personalize this for your child's age and grade level based on the subject area. So if your child is a little bit lower in math than they are in reading, you can set that up and personalize it for exactly where they are in each academic area. All right, so the pros are that all the content is completely free and it is incredibly high quality. Caregivers can change the age and grade in each subject area, like I just said. So if they're higher in one content area, you can shift that for them. And if they're lower in another, you can move that down. There's a predetermined learning path, or caregivers can assign games and activities for their children based on what they want them to do. So as a teacher, this is great because you can actually give your students assignments and see what they've completed. So you get that kind of assessment piece that is missing in some of the other apps. It is easy to navigate and it is highly engaging. Both of my kids love Khan Academy Kids. One of them is almost 6, the other one is 3, and they both are able to benefit from all of the subject areas. The biggest con for Khan Academy Kids is that it's not available on the web, only as an app. This is hard for me at school because unless we have it downloaded on Google Play on our Chromebooks, the students can't use it. Also, this might be a little bit too easy for some children. I tend to use Khan Academy Kids with students that are lower academically, especially in reading, or kids that are just learning English. So your English language learners, if they need help, Khan Academy Kids is the way to go. It moves very slowly. It is self-paced. They can do it completely independently because the character, Cody the bear, is walking them through everything as they go and is very clear when they do not get things correct. Also, all the games are really short, so the attention span is just perfect for young learners. All right, since we're talking about the best websites and apps for reading, these are the best to encourage reading for fun, and there are 3 of them that I suggest. The first is called Epic, the second is VOOKS, and the third is Khan Academy Kids yet again. So what is Epic? Epic is basically a digital library that is accessible to your child. The problem with Epic is that while it is free for educators, it is not free for parents and homeschooling families. It is available on the web and as an app, but if you do not pay for it and you have the basic plan, you are limited to only 1 book a day. And it's free, but 1 book a day when you could have access to so many, I mean, I'm talking thousands, that is limiting for you. So the basic plan is not the best for Epic. The annual plan, which is $79.99, or you can do it monthly for $9.99. So let's talk about the pros. The pros, biggest one is that it's free for educators always. So that's amazing. This is a digital library in various formats. So you might have audiobooks that just have the audio. You might have books that are read to your students while highlighting the words. You might have books that are chapter books. There is just a huge variety. There's also videos and other ways to engage learners. So the cool thing about it is that it's a digital library with no library fines. So if you want to look at a book, check it out, you are not going to be fined if you don't, quote unquote, return the book because it is in a digital library format. The cool thing about Epic is you can play with it on the web and on apps. So you can get it on your phone, on your tablet, or on your laptop. Like I said, the cons are that if you are not an educator, it is $80 a year or $10 a month. That is a huge con, I think, only because it is such an amazing resource. I'm very glad to be a teacher because I do get it for free, which means my kid can use it during the summer months as well. But if you have a teacher that has an Epic account, they likely have a class code, and if you just ask them for it, then you can also use it at home with your child. As long as they have that code, they can send it to you and you'll be able to log in at home and have access to everything that they would if they were at school. Another con is that the search engine is not so great. If you're not sure exactly what the book is that you're looking for, it's not going to turn up the results that you would expect if you were maybe at a library and looking through their book catalog. Also, some of the books are not great quality. Some of the stories are a little bit silly, or they don't really pan out the way that you feel that they should. But like I said, you can choose a different book that is based more on what you're looking for your students or for your child. Next up is VOOKS. So what is VOOKS? VOOKS are animated storybooks, and I found these during the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. VOOKS really brought books to life for my students when we were living on our computers and doing classes on Zoom. My students absolutely loved this. So one of the biggest pros is that teachers can use it for free. You can watch on any device, whether you are on a phone, tablet, or laptop. And I think this is also pretty cool. Non-educators get a free 7-day trial, and then from there, you get to do this for $4.99 a month or for $49.99 per year. So what are the pros and the cons of VOOKS? First of all, I've already said some of the pros. It's free for educators. You get a free 7-day trial for non-educators. These are high-quality animated storybooks. They are amazing, engaging, and encourage comprehension for your children. Also, as I said, they are web and app-based, so you can watch them on any device. The cons are that if you're not an educator, you do have to pay that $49.99 a year or $4.99 a month. The library is also somewhat small, so it's not like Epic that has thousands of books. It's small, and it is growing all the time. Every time I go back, I feel like there are more books. So this also does not engage younger learners as well. So if your little one is under the age of 5, they may not appreciate books as much. That's just something to keep in mind. But otherwise, such an amazing resource for you and for your child. So as I've said, Khan Academy Kids is an amazing resource to read, to learn, or read for fun. There are so many books available to your child, and what I love most about the Khan Academy Kids app is that when your child clicks on a book, it will highlight the words as they read. I'm pretty sure this is a huge reason why my son was reading by the end of kindergarten and reading chapter books by the end of kindergarten, because he had those books read to him. The words were being highlighted and reinforced for him through Khan Academy Kids. Also, there are a lot of different varieties of books within the Khan Academy Kids app. Some of them might be phonics based, some of them might be fantasy or fiction, or they might be nonfiction books that are about animals and other fun things that kids like to learn about. So I really love the Khan Academy Kids library, and I love that it reads to your child if they would like them to. And there's also the option of them reading to themselves. All right, that is it for the best reading and learning to read apps and websites that I have found as a teacher and as a parent. These are the ones that I have tried for you. There are so many out there, but these are the ones I've narrowed down and that I think are worth looking at and worth your time. And I truly hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about these reading and learning to read apps. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Share it with a friend who might find it useful or who might benefit from it. And until I see you next time for our Surviving Summer series, have fun learning with your little ones. Take care out there. Bye.